All right, everybody. Welcome to class. It is Monday, April 20th, 2020. I'm going to continue to remind you of what day it is and what time of the year. And this morning it was like -2, and I'm like, is there any kids around? This is bullshit. So cold. It was so sunny. I was like really excited. I thought it was going to be really nice out, and it is not. But it looks like by the weekend we might get it. Pardon?
I'm sick and tired of the wind. The wind stop. It's
like, and it's frigid cold wind. It really sucks. Yeah, totally.
Without the wind, it's actually pretty nice.
Yeah. So if you get blocked from the wind, you have to go into like a sunny spot that's blocked from the wind, then you can be outside and not jackets.
Yeah, the wind in Amersfoort is brutal.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, Nick, make sure you drop that thing off for Jen. All right, guys, how's everyone feeling?
Good.
Good? How's the bodies feeling?
Fat.
Who said bad? Colleen, did you say bad?
No, I said fat.
Oh, fat.
I got baking bread. Baking bread and drinking red wine. I got to do a new mission. It's Monday.
Yeah, well, we start week 4 of the COVID challenge this week. So you should get on that and use it as motivation to get away from the wine.
Oh, well, I'd have to get rid of Andrew.
That's possible. Where is he? Is he there? All right, guys, so for our warm-up for today, we're going to start with arm circles. We're doing a lot of core and upper body today. So you're going to do arm circles, 10 backwards, 10 forwards, and then you're going to try and do the switch. As I hit the computer. Sue, get Greg over here.
Yeah. I just called out to him.
He's the reason why I just posted the workout online now.
He's like, do you know what the workout is? I said, I don't know. And he said it was core and upper body. I just went up and told him.
That's hilarious. He's cherry picking.
He is cherry picking. But he has been, since Friday, he has been doing what you told him to do with his knee. And it's been better.
Good.
But I think he just was, I think he's got a little bit of a mental block about like potentially having a heavy leg day with his knee.
For sure. It's more like volume. And he's doing all that stuff outside, right? So he's doing all that picking up, twisting, moving, being in awkward positions. It's just a lot on the body sometimes.
Yeah.
Alrighty, you guys are going to do 10 burpees. Next is 10 burpees. I'm going to turn the music on. Did anyone get up to anything fun over the weekend?
I made banana bread.
Oh, yeah? How did it turn out? Was this their first time making it, or do you make it all the time?
First time making it in 3 in like years. So it turned out really good.
Oh, nice. Yummy. I love banana bread. So good. One of my addictions that I have to really try to stay away from is the lemon loaf too at Starbucks. So good.
That is one of the things I miss eating the way I do. I'll have to look for a paleo recipe for lemon bread.
I don't know. Yeah. The heart, well, I guess they're more oils than for those breads, but they really do. Yeah. It's hard without flour, Lisanne.
Yeah, I've got coconut flour and almond flour here, so I know it won't taste quite the same, but hey, it's better than
one thing. All right, guys, 15 squats, 10 sit-ups, and then we're going to get started. Good. This weekend we tried. So when we bought the house last year, it was January, and I was like 26 or 27 weeks pregnant, And so in the spring, Maya was just born, and it was like that craziness of having a newborn at home. And so we were so negligent. Our previous owner of our house did such a great job with all of these flower beds that we completely ignored. But luckily, she planted a lot of perennials. So they still bloomed, and it somewhat half looked like we knew or did try and do some stuff to the yard. But this year, now that Maya's a little bit older, and you're not in the craziness of trying to transition to having a kid in your life, we're trying to do some of it, but it's actually like gardening can be a lot of work. I was doing raking and it had just rained. I'm like, that's pretty heavy. Like my upper back is feeling toasty now, like in a good way. All right, guys. So for the first strength portion, we're going to be doing diamond push-ups and I believe side bends. Okay. So diamond push-ups are exactly what they sound like. You're gonna do a push-up with your hand in a diamond. So, diamond, coming down as far as you can, and come back up. For most people, they're gonna be doing this up on a height, because these are more challenging than regular push-ups. So going into a diamond, coming up, coming down, and back up. If you have any shoulder issues, you're definitely going to do this regular or on your knees or modified up from a height instead of doing the diamond pattern. And then we're going to be doing side bends so that I'm a little teapot movement with whatever weight you have available or band. So if you have a weight, you're going to be coming down towards the weight till you feel that strain in your side, and you're going to be coming up, keeping the weight nice and close to your body. If you have a band, you're going to be going in the opposite direction. So if you have the band curled up in your left hand, you're going to go away from it and back. Okay, so for the diamond push-up, we're doing 4 sets of, shoot, I usually write this down. I'm not on the ball today. 4 sets of 12. And then for the side bends, you're doing 4 sets of 20 each side, and I'll write that in the chat box.
Can we just start?
Yep, nothing's timed for this. So you can do whenever you're ready.
And when you're done, 12.
So because I was cleaning up all the flower beds and stuff, and I'm not a green thumb. It's gonna be my attempt on how we get outside a little bit more this spring, summer, especially with all the social distancing stuff. So I was messaging my mother-in-law, taking pictures of all of these plants. And I was like asking her, I'm like, it was basically like weed or not. Like, is this actually a plant or is this a weed? And I was like sending her all these photos, and thankfully she didn't make fun of me too relentlessly. But there was a couple that I didn't know, like if they were like, yeah, crazy. Nice. What kind of bread are you making, Colleen?
Oh, it's this no knead recipe. So I make whole grain and white depending on who I'm making it for.
Yeah.
And you make it the night before and then you bake it in a cast iron pot.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
delicious. But Andrew won't eat a regular loaf of bread now.
You created him into a bread snob.
Oh, God.
Nice, guys. Look good. On those side bends, try and keep the arm that's holding onto the weight or the band straight and have all of the movement go through your midsection. Nice. Is anyone on this call a green thumb? Are they like, or that enjoys gardening in general? You are?
I do.
Yeah? Colleen, you
Yeah.
do too? What do you
I just made, Andrew's out there, I just transplanted some rhubarb. I made a beautiful new rhubarb patch. And then he's now doing me a nice raspberry patch. I got a bunch of raspberry canes.
Ooh. We live out in the country, so we're gonna have to figure out a way to keep all the animals at bay.
God, good luck.
Well, you
Yeah.
think having 2 big dogs that we wouldn't have all the chipmunks and squirrels, but that is a lie. They literally just taunt them. Like honestly, like I swear those chipmunks come onto our deck on purpose just to be like, ha, you're inside. Bailey loses her mind and we start all over again.
The squirrels come all over my back door, and it make the dogs nuts, like seriously nuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just found a whole nest of baby bunnies in my flower garden.
Oh, baby bunnies.
Yeah, we're trying to keep Ruthie out of there.
Yeah. I don't know that the best way, like a chicken wire fence or something to go around it. Like in our backyard, we have a raised flower bed that we were going to make into a vegetable garden, but we're definitely going to have to fence around it or else the animals.
Marigolds or something. You plant a bunch of marigolds around, and that
Oh,
something that a lot of things don't like that.
that's a good idea.
I have a little birdhouse on my deck in the back, and this weekend I got to see the mommy squirrel that decided to make it a home with her 6 little babies.
Oh.
They're really cute.
Baby squirrels?
Yeah, 6 of them.
Oh God, they'd be bye-bye here.
Colleen.
It's all I can do to keep the rabbits alive, never mind a squirrel. The neighbors shoot them, especially if they're red.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
Bunch of rednecks.
Kristen, what do you like gardening?
Can you hear me okay? Yep. Yeah, I do mostly flowers, not fruit and vegetables. So
Perennials or annuals?
mostly perennials. And
Yeah.
then I just trim them back and they come back. But I do weed a lot. Like it's the weeding that I hate, but it keeps you busy and it's actually a good workout.
Yeah, for sure. I know. I was like on YouTube trying to figure out stuff like how to prep a garden, what is mulch, when do you use it.
You'd be surprised how much flowers will come back once they're healthy. Like they have, like if they bloomed again this year, you have good flowers. They'll probably come back every year. No matter what.
Well, they're already starting to bloom, like all of them. So one of the things is because we didn't rake, it almost created like compost. So
Yeah.
our soil stays healthy. I mean, I did that on purpose and I knew that that was going to be good for them.
if you grow any kind of lettuce, don't rip it right out of the ground. Just cut what you want off because it'll keep regrowing.
That's good to know. I know, I
So
think
cut it with scissors?
with scissors.
Yeah, scissors would work. I know my mom grew a whole bunch of different kinds of lettuce in her yard, like romaine and everything. And as long as you don't rip the whole thing out of the ground, it keeps coming back all summer.
Oh, nice. Well, that's good to know. I think we're going to try and do like the ones that are like easy, you know, like tomatoes, green peas, cucumbers, raspberries, and strawberries. I feel like those are like the safe ones that are fairly hardy vegetables that I'm not going to mess up a ton. You know, the other rabbit that I need to get out of the veggie garden though is my husband. He used to go, when we were in Bath, we had like a really, really tiny veggie garden in the back. And he would go back and he would just eat them. And I was like, Nick, they haven't even gotten into the house. He's like, it's delicious. Or he would like take the carrots out, but they weren't even fully formed, but they were like just really sweet because they were small. And he would just like pluck them out and be like, look, and then eat them. And I was like, excuse you, it's supposed to be like, you're supposed to wait. Whatever. All right, guys, 4 times back and forth. Nice, good. Colleen, Nick was telling me this morning that you just put up a piece of land that was on the water.
Yeah, it's out by our cottage actually on Burridge Lake.
How far away is it, Nick? I'm like, is that even like, because he was like, oh my gosh, could you imagine if we could just hold that and build on it in a couple of years? And I was like, that's going to be a pretty far commute, I think. He's like, oh, just a
Yeah,
little
it'd be, you know what, and the roads, it's a private road, so it would be really lonely there in the winter.
Yeah.
There's one guy that lives down there year round, like beside this place. Our cottage is at the very end of this road. But you know what? It's to me, that's my happy place out there. It's a little lake. It's spring fed. The fishing's great, and it is quiet.
Nice.
How long does it take to get into Kingston from there?
About an hour and 15.
Shoot,
Oh,
too
Nick,
far.
I'm a liar. He's like, oh, it's like a little bit further. That's not a little bit further.
From your house out Perth Road, it would still probably be a good 40 minutes.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to kill him.
Yeah. No, it's a good little vacation property. I don't think you'd want to live that far.
I know. But that's
especially because the road is not right off the Westport Road, kind of like Verona is. It's down side roads.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
it
that's
takes
like a
longer.
cottage. You put a cottage on there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, that's like Nick's dream is to, well, I would love to too, is live on the water somewhere eventually. All right, guys, are we on the last set?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking good. Form's looking good. Push-ups are looking difficult. I like it. Alrighty, for those that are done, I'm just gonna put up the next piece.
There's the dog heading towards the rabbits. I'm gonna grab her.
Fair point about trying to keep those baby rabbits alive.
What is the walkout?
Pardon, Gabby?
The walkout?
The wall.
Walkout.
Oh, walkouts. It's like the front end of the inchworm. Yeah. Hold on. All right. Give you guys about 20, 30 seconds to finish up, and then we're going to talk about our next group of exercises. So we're going to be doing walkouts in plank taps. Walkouts are essentially an arm-only inchworm. So with the inchworm, we're walking our hands out and then bringing our feet in. In a walkout, you're just bringing your arms out and back in. So it's more of a stability exercise for your upper body going into that plank. So you guys can finish up. I'm just going to explain it. So coming down, bringing your hands down, you're going to walk out and walk back in. That's one. Out. In. That's two. Then you're going to be alternating with plank taps. So easiest way to see this is kind of on a diagonal. You're going to bring your feet out a little bit wider, and you're going to tap across. So the biggest thing is to try not to let your hips sink side to side or let your bum come up too high. You can either tap to the opposite elbow or up to the shoulder. Shoulder is a further distance, so it's a little bit more challenging. You're going to be doing 10 each side, And if you need to, start on your knees or prop yourself up onto a couch or coffee table or stool. And you're gonna be alternating back and forth between those two movements. So 3 by 8 for the walkout and 3 by 10 each side for the plank tap. Good. Keep those cores nice and tight. You want to think about bringing your belly in towards your spine so that your hips don't go side to side. Good. Thanks, guys. Looking good, guys. These walkouts are way more challenging than they look on paper. Man, Colleen, you should see those triceps. Got a horseshoe on the back of your arm. Awesome, everyone. Looking really strong through that walkout. Your arms should feel pretty burny, like in a good way, not in a bad way. Try not to twist your body on those plank taps. I'm seeing some people open up their shoulders. You want to think shoulders and hip bones are directly towards the floor the whole time. We're not rotating. Everything is staying really strong like a board, and the only thing that's moving is our arms to the opposite side of our bodies. See, Colleen, this is why you have to jump onto the live calls so you don't quit after you're like, man, this is getting hard. I'll just do 2 seconds.
I'm not gonna lie, I've done that.
Totally. It's so easy to do when you're listening to the YouTube video. You're like, oh, okay, this is hard. Skip.
Yeah.
Skip ahead.
It's like, I had enough of that.
Yep, totally.
The time goes faster in the gym than it does at home.
Definitely, yeah. Well, there's a whole social side. Nick and I are hoping that they're gonna start letting small gatherings of people by mid-May. So we can.
I think it needs to happen.
I know. It's just tough because we're in this, like, the testing's gone up, so we're in this, like, surge because we're at 36,000 cases in Canada. In Canada, Ontario, and Quebec are the 2 hubs, so.
Kingston's done really well, though.
So well. We have like 3 or 4 active cases right now. The rest are covered, which is great.
Funeral home infected 123 people. So.
What, Greg?
I said in Newfoundland, one person went to a funeral and infected 132 people.
Wow, that's so crazy when you think about that, eh?
And they think it was because they used the pen and then everybody else used the pen and then they brought it across the hall to the other way and they used it all.
Like this pen to sign into like the visitor's log, they think that's how it was spread, was through the pen.
Where was this?
In Newfoundland.
A funeral home in Newfoundland. So this is going back about 3 weeks now. This is old news.
Wow.
In St. John's, one person who was asymptomatic went to a funeral home 2 days in a row. And at least 120 or 130 cases have come from that funeral home.
Wow.
It's crazy to think like droplets on a pen. Like you assume that after 100 people had touched it, that there wasn't going to be any germs left. Like
That would be gone. Yeah.
Yeah, but people are crying, people are touching tissue boxes, they're all shaking hands and hugging.
Yeah. Yeah, fair.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah. Did you guys hear about what happened in Halifax or in Nova Scotia this weekend?
Yeah.
Terrible.
Terrible.
Dressed up as an RCMP officer, how crazy is that? That's terrifying.
Yeah, not a thought. Definitely premeditated.
Oh, 100%.
My sister-in-law that lives in British Columbia, she's from that area. She's from Tatamagouche. So that's there. Like they're all the little towns outside of Truro.
I was going to say it started from one town that only had 100 people in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
This morning they said there were 18 dead now and probably more to come.
Oh, yeah. He was setting things on fire. So because he was setting things on fire, they couldn't see, like couldn't go into the crime scenes until everything had been kind of cleared away. And he was at it for like 12 hours.
Yeah.
And what was the reason?
They don't know.
Did you hear anything else, Angeline?
They think it was random acts of violence against people. But again, they're still trying to figure it out.
But he killed his family too, right? I think.
That I don't know. I hadn't read that yet.
I thought somebody had told me that his family was among one of the victims, or some of the victims, but I'm not 100% sure.
I read that a couple of the people, it was a personal thing, and then the rest were random.
It's like once he got the.
That's what I read online today. But so sad.
It will go down big.
Crazy. It's like it was like making history in Nova Scotia, like the horrible thing to make history for, especially in light of like all the stuff with COVID. The last thing you need is something else going on like that, right?
Well, the university in Montreal, the one where all the women were killed, it surpassed how many people were killed there, and that was the biggest one in Canada for like big shootings. Well, now it's surpassed them.
Yeah.
Awful.
Horrible.
Can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
Just because I know what's coming next, because I screenshot what you posted on Instagram. Is it okay if I do leg raises instead of the sit-ups? Okay.
Of course.
Thank you.
So for our conditioning, we're doing 10 minutes, 100 mountain climbers, so 50 each leg, 50 squats. Greg's doing 50 kettlebell swings or some sort of hinge variation, and then 25 sit-ups or leg raises, depending on what is better for your body.
Nick, that is sound like Nick numbers.
Yeah, they sound like big numbers. Yeah,
Nick always does big numbers.
you can tell who did the programming, right?
Hey,
This was not me. Kristen's right. It was definitely Nick.
He's
we
always like, just
alternate?
double it.
15 sit-ups, 15 leg raises.
So if you want the chat, 100 mountain climbers, 50 5-0 squats, and 25 2-5 sit-ups.
Okay.
Or leg raises.
And I'm assuming the squats are just bodies, like, yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
Greg, do you have something that you can use as like a hinge, either an RDL or a kettlebell swing?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
It looks like he's just like scowling at me in the corner.
He pretty much is, Christina. Yes. Yeah.
I gave you modification.
Body. We're reading your body language. It's very negative.
Well, and it's like a dark area of the room, so it looks even more scowly. Guys, anyone have any questions about that? Any modifications that they need? Anything that they want me to explain? We're good with mountain climbers.
Good with mountain climbers.
Awesome.
Total, I'm assuming.
What's up, Gabby?
I'm fine.
It was 100 mountain climbers total.
Yeah, so 50 each leg. Yeah, like, I'm good. I'm really excited for this. Yeah.
I'm
Right,
done.
guys.
I noticed Nick liked to use the 6:30 class in the mornings as a guinea pig group because he'd give us these insane numbers and be like, oh, that was too much, and he'd lower it for the rest of the day.
Yep. All right, guys, off you go. He 100% would. He'd be like, ooh, that was a little bit too hard. And then every other class would get it easier.
Go.
Yep, you're good. Go, go, go. All right, guys, this is all cardio. So you're going to focus on your breath right from the very beginning. Big inhales, exhales. Pace your breathing just like you would pace any other movement. This is too slow. We're going to do this one. Keep your back tight in the bottom, Gabby. Nice job, guys. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. You scared the bejeebus out of me. Nick had already left, and all of a sudden the door opens up, and I thought both the doors were locked, and almost lost my mind until I saw that it was him. Great job, guys. Pace those squats or hinges out. And then sit-ups. Amazing job, everyone. Keep it up. Hey, Gabby.
Yes.
I see you. Good. All right, guys, you're already 3 minutes in. Looking good. Amazing job. Find that pace. And then once you finish the 25 sit-ups, you go back up to the top, 100 mountain climbers. We're gonna switch that because they're swearing in that one. Looking good. Keep those hips down on the mountain climber. Same thing, breathe. Take breaks as you need to. These are big sets. We're approaching that halfway mark, everyone. She finally set him free. Keep going, keep going. All right, you guys are officially past halfway. I used to listen to this on repeat when I was in university. Sense of nostalgia for sure.
Oh my God.
You're doing
I'm
awesome,
dying.
Colleen. Use the motivation on the group. Just over 4 to go. You guys are all doing awesome. On that squat, breathe, breathe, breathe. You get a little bit of recovery from a heart rate perspective on the sit-up, even if your abs are feeling a little burny. All right, keep it up, guys. You're in the back half of this workout. You're doing amazing. Now to keep that back tight. All right, less than 3 minutes to go. 7 minutes down. You are well on your way through this workout. Keep it up, guys. Amazing. Less than 2.5 minutes. Let's go, guys. All right, final 2 minutes. You got this. Keep it up, keep it up. '90 seconds. Amazing job. All right, last minute. You got 60 seconds to go. Finish up, everyone. You got it. Finish up strong. You got 20 seconds. Go, 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 go. Don't stop now. 10 seconds. Not allowed to stop. Come on, come on. 3, 2, 1.
Oh boy.
Oh boy is right.
Oh.
Can we do a picture, guys? Come up to the cameras all sweaty.
Woo. Dying.
Dying. 1, 2, 3.
Whew.
Greg's scowling in the corner still.
No, skeleton.
On your butts, we're gonna interlace our fingers behind our backs, gently press our shoulder blades together, get a nice stretch to the front of the arms. We did a lot of work with our upper body and core today, so we're gonna stretch that out. It is so deceptive outside, like it just looks so beautiful. It feels like it should be warmer. But it is nice.
It was nice. It was really nice dog walking weather.
Yeah, it's not too hot. All right, one arm comes
Yeah.
across. Yeah. Last week, I feel like everyone was a little down too because it was really cloudy and just there's a lot of rainy weather. This week, other than tomorrow, it's supposed to be better.
Sean messaged me last night. He's like, geez, Mom, I'm looking for some weights and some punching bags. Everybody's sold out. I'm like, yeah.
Everywhere is sold out.
Yeah.
Everywhere. All like weights, like trying to get any weights is like almost impossible except for like lighter dumbbells and kettlebells.
Yeah.
If you can find maybe at Canadian Tire a couple of light kettlebells, but other than that, not really. Like a bunch of the manufacturers that Nick and I buy all of our stuff from are on huge wait lists and back orders because so many people are wanting home gyms because of everything that's happened. Good across other side, especially because we're not really sure, right? Like,
yeah,
the US just like passed, like, I think they have 760,000 cases or something like crazy like that.
And they opened the beaches in Florida.
Yeah. Which is crazy because like in Kingston, they were talking about just like opening up the trails. And there were a lot of people who were really upset about it. A lot of
I'm so lucky. We have like probably 300 acres behind us, behind our 20 acres. And we just hike back there. I've been trying to go every day with the dog.
Yep, that's us too. Like the guy that we got all the maple syrup from, he has about 8 kilometers of like actually trailed out trails behind us. And going every day with the dogs. And it's so nice and calming and the dogs love it.
I want the address for the 300 acres, please, to bring Buddy and Rolly there.
Yeah.
Better than walking around the subdivision.
All right, guys,
Sure
show
is.
the rules. You're gonna do 10 one direction, 10 the other.
Okay, I had this pain right here since yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't move my arm. I had to take 2 Advil, extra extreme. And I still had it when I started, and right now it's like kind of gone. So
it was probably your chest muscles were really, really tight and it was pulling on some of the muscles in your ribs. All right, guys,
And
roll
I've been
your neck
doing the
too.
pull-ups.
Yeah.
I've been doing the pull-ups and the bar, so probably.
Yes, that's exactly probably what it was. So just taking a couple, oh man, I had so many cracks. Releasing some of the stress, 10 the other way.
Christina, have you seen that neck brace on Facebook?
The hammock?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does like traction.
What do you think about that?
It's usually something that if you have like a flare up of neck pain can be helpful just to kind of, because it kind of just like takes your head and gives it a little bit of a pull to give you some space. It's not like a long-term strategy, but it's definitely something that can help.
That's the one that people are hanging on the doorknob?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like an inversion table for low back pain. It
Yeah,
decompresses
okay.
everything. So,
That
but
just
it's not
makes me
going to,
nervous.
usually it's like it'll help like get your pain down so that you can strengthen it. Same thing with neck pain. All right, guys, you are done for today. Awesome job. Happy Monday. And
Thank
we
you.
will see you guys tomorrow. You did awesome, Colleen.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
doing this.
Of course.
Have a